How's it going, guys? I just had a throat pop thing, like how you get when you, I've been running around outside with my dogs, so that's probably why. In this video, I've actually got a different style video. This is a guitar. You can get them in many different forms, but this is an electric guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was about 7 years old. Doesn't mean I'm the best at it, but that's when I started learning. So it's safe to say that I kind of know about the guitar. As you can see, I'm using a wide shot right now, so you can actually see the green screen that's behind this backdrop in my studio. And actually, right while I can, I'm just gonna flick a switch on that microphone, and that might make a little bit of an impact, but I just need to do that, I think. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm in focus or not, because I can't reach out that far to manually focus, or to even autofocus. So, again, I apologize in advance if there are any errors with this video. This is the first in a part of many. I'm not even sure how many videos I'm going to make, but I'm going to make quite a few about the guitar. So, what we're going to aim to teach you in this video is about the guitar itself, and we're going to learn our first chord. Now, you can learn the guitar by notes, and that's how I originally learned it, and you can slowly make your way up, but that's kind of boring. You really don't even, in my opinion, need to learn notes or sheet music to learn the guitar. All you need are tabs and ultimateguitar.com. That's all you need. So again, or not again, I want to make it clear that I am not, supporting or sponsored in any way by any of the sources that I'm going to tell you. I'm just telling you them because they've helped me over the years, and I think that they could help you. So that's why I'm doing it. So sources like Ultimate Guitar, it's a great place to go because all you have to do is type in your song that you're looking for and how to play it. So say 5 Seconds of Summer is really popular right now, and all you have to do is go to the site and you type in 5 Seconds of Summer and you get a list of all of their songs, and you just click on it and it tells you what chords to play at what point in the song, and then you'll get it. And you might not like 5 Seconds of Summer, but I'm pretty sure you'll find your artist on there if it includes a guitar in the song. So let's learn a bit about the guitar. So this is a standard electric guitar. You can also get acoustic guitars. There's really no difference between it other than this one connects to an amplifier, and it makes a lot of noise if you take that out, but basically that's all you really need to know. And there are a few knobs here, but you can get that on an acoustic electric guitar as well, which is basically, an acoustic guitar is where it's got a wind tunnel. They're the bigger guitars, you know what I'm talking about. And an electric guitar doesn't have that because it outputs to an amplifier, such as this one right here, which is just a little small amp that I have. It's a little Behringer, however you pronounce it. I've never even learned that. So anyway, basically taking a look at the guitar, you need to notice first of all there are 6 strings on a standard guitar. You can get 12-string guitars, but they're kind of rare. I actually, when I was learning guitar back in the day, played my uncle's 12-string guitar. It's actually kind of harder to play in my opinion, but whatever. A 6-string guitar is going to do you fine. Don't get lulled into buying a really, really expensive guitar because it's not really worth it if it's your first guitar. Now, you do want a decent guitar, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to spend, you don't want to get a Gibson Les Paul or a Fender Stratocaster or whatever on your first guitar unless you're super, super rich. So don't get into all of that. This particular guitar is an Ibanez, or even however you're supposed to pronounce these names. Nobody knows, or some people know, whatever. Looking at this part of the guitar, this is the part that you're going to be pressing all the time. And what it is the fretboard. And so there are plenty of different frets up here. We got 1, 2, and they're numbered from the farthest point, and they come towards you. So from the farthest point, that's your first fret, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 22, I think. You're going to want to probably pick up one of these. It's a guitar pick. Everybody knows what a guitar pick is. If you don't, essentially what it does is it stops you from using your fingers to strum the guitar, and instead you use one of these guys, so you just, but that's not me playing any chords. So that's why it doesn't sound so good. Tuning guitars is also it's a skill that you're going to have to learn as you progress throughout your time playing the guitar. I would recommend for your first guitar, for the first few times, unless you want to be buying strings after strings after strings, get the person in the shop to show you how to string a guitar, because otherwise you're going to be breaking strings trying to learn it, and it's just not going to be good. Breaking strings is completely normal, by the way, with guitars. So if you break a string, it's not the end of the world. Stringing guitars is something that is incredibly easy, and I can even show it to you guys in a video later on. But that's basically what the guitar is. Up here you got your little tuning knobs, so you would twist these to tune the guitar. Down here basically is where you would strum. There's your little thing. There's a lot of scratches on that. Basically that's put there to be scratched, because they know when you're strumming, you're going to be, well, scratching that. So that's basically what a guitar is. I'm not going to go into these and these little knobs here or whatever, because that varies from guitar to guitar. Well, except for this one right here, which will be placed differently on different guitars, but basically what this is volume control. And there's also one on your amplifier. So if you're going for an electric guitar, what you're going to want to do is pick up an amplifier. You don't need a huge one, but you don't need a mini one. Mini ones are terrible. One about this size, there it is. It's about the size of the main part of the guitar. So, alright, let's get to learning a little bit of music here. So, let's go ahead and learn the G chord. Alright, so to learn the G chord, here's what we're going to do. You're going to take your 5 fingers. Your thumb is going to go on the back of the fretboard. Your 4 fingers are going to be playing the chord. So I can actually teach you a few chords here, but just try to focus on the G chord for your first chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that hand, we're going to wrap it around, and we're going to find, this is your first fret obviously, because it's the one that's farthest away from you. There's your 2nd and 3rd. Those are the only frets that we're going to be using for the G chord. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pinky and your ring finger. You're going to place your pinky on the bottom string and your ring finger on the string above in the exact same position. That is the 3rd fret. That's where you want to put your fingers. So your pinky and your ring finger on the bottom 2 strings in the 3rd fret. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your top 2 fingers, and one is going to go there on the 2nd from the top string in the 2nd fret, and your middle finger, I'm not giving you the fingers here, is going to go up there on the 3rd fret on the top string. And that there is a G chord. So, another chord you could learn is, and this is a more simple one, is the D chord. So to play the D chord, it's actually a really simple chord. You're only going to use 3 fingers for it. You're going to put your first finger, your index finger, on the 2nd fret, 3rd string from the bottom, right there. You're going to take your middle finger, and you're going to put it in the same position but on the bottom string. And you're going to take your ring finger, and you're going to put it in the 3rd fret, in the string in between, which is the 2nd string from the bottom. Play that, and you achieve that. So, let me go ahead and play those chords that we just learned on the guitar. So, G chord, switch to a D chord, what I'm doing with my right hand is I'm strumming. And I'm going to go ahead and strum the exact same thing right there, the G and the D chords. And I'm going to do it from a zoomed out perspective. So here we go. Zazz to it, you take your thumb, put it on the 1st fret, running all the way up the frets and all the way down the frets if you want to. That's a little added bonus. Now we're going to go to ultimateguitar.com, and I'm going to switch cameras here. We're going to go to look at my computer screen. We're also going to look at tuning the guitar. So let's go and do that. Alright, so now we're at our desktop here, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the websites that I have found particularly useful for me when it comes to guitar. So the first one is Ultimate Guitar, and if we go to that here, ultimateguitar.com, they say they have 800,000 songs, and basically you can learn here any song that you can think of. I mean, let's think of a popular band. You know, I referenced 5 Seconds of Summer, so let's go look up 5 Seconds of Summer. Press enter to search. And give it a second. There we go. And she looks so perfect. There you go. You can pick up that one. Now, this one, I believe I was looking at it earlier, and it does have some more complicated chords here. But what you'll see is that when you get to this, it first of all has the lyrics, but on top of it, it has the chords that you need to play, and at that particular time when you need to play them. So, for example, the E chord is right there. And if you don't know what the E chord is, well, you just hover your mouse over it, and there you go, it tells you. So if I look here, this is your 1st fret, this is your 2nd, and 3rd, 4th, you know, whatever going on. And then it tells you where to put your fingers in reference. So, and it's actually playing. It says if you hover over it, it will play. So I don't want it to actually do that. Stop it, stop it. Why won't you stop? There we go. Alright, so when it says 1, 2, and 3 there, essentially what that is if you look at your fingers, 1 would be your index finger, and 2 would be your middle finger, 3, and then 4, 4 being your ring finger, 5 being your pinky, and that's basically what you need to remember. So basically, if I want to play the E chord, I take my 1st finger and I put it where it tells me to. First finger on the G string, second finger on the A string, third finger on the D string. And then you go on. So let's go ahead and find a more simple song that you guys might like. Maybe Don't Stop. I think Don't Stop is a little bit easier. Alright, so here we have some familiar chords that we've actually been learning. So we have the D chord. And let's just see if they need a capo. There is no mention of a capo, so I'm assuming that there is no need for a capo. That, and then it goes to the A chord, and if you hover over, obviously you get to see what the A chord is. And so then you can do the A chord. And then it goes to the chorus, and it goes back to familiar chords. So and yeah, so it's really easy to learn once you get into it. Now the other type that you will find are tabs, and let's see if we can find an example of a tab here. Here are tabs. So here, this should be a tab. There you go. And this is what a tab is. Now, let me explain what a tab is. So you can see here, basically, if you look at your guitar, from the top string, that is the E string, but the bottom string, the bottommost string there, is also an E string. So basically, the progression there is E for the top string, A, D, G, B, E. And I don't know why I remember that, but I always remember that. And maybe it's because I've been playing for a long time, but I don't know. Anyway, so what they're telling you here is for the A string, when it goes to 6, it means you're going to play 6 on the A string, and here on both the D string and the G string, you are going to be playing the 8th fret. So basically what that would mean is on the A string, so E, A, and we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your 6th fret. And what we're going to do is we're going to put on the 8th fret on both the D string and the G string. We're going to put our fingers down and play them together. And then it says there, it goes to up here, 3 and 5, 5. So and that's basically what a tab is. So that is how you learn tabs, and that's how you learn chords. It's so easy, and this site, Ultimate Guitar, teaches you so much. I have learned so much about my guitar that I have not needed to use sheet music to learn anything lately. And when I say lately, I mean in the last probably 5 years since I found ultimateguitar.com. And I mean, it just lays it out there for you. And basically, once you start getting into this, maybe you can submit to ultimateguitar.com, because that's what they offer. This is a community-driven site where people submit their tabs or chords for particular songs. So it's a really, really good tool. Now, the other one that I wanted to show you was, if you go ahead and Google just online guitar tuner, the top result, this Gießen one, is the one that I use. And I find it to be very, very useful. Obviously, I think you need Flash Player for this, but it's really useful. So, it goes from the E string at the top, and you can turn up your speakers for that. Wait for it to play. And make sure as you tune it. Now, once you hit the point, do not go beyond that point, because you could snap a string. It's a very fine art learning how to tune a guitar. After a while, you'll learn how to tune by ear. I I tune both ways. You know, if I'm going to be playing to somebody else, I'm going to make sure that I tune with the proper tuner, which I would use this. I also have another tuner that you can buy, and a pitch pipe, but you know, just I'd stay away from that. You don't need that. This is good enough. So go to the A string. Maybe that needs to go a bit higher. Oh, I think that's good. That's pretty well in tune. Of course, I have tuned this lately, so that's why these are pretty much all in tune. Yep. And E. Yep. So, let's play that progression. This is how you learn the guitar, people. It's not that hard. This is why so many people play the guitar, and why it's possibly, arguably, the most played instrument these days. And people love it, and you know, you might, who knows, if you're a guy out there, you might be able to write a song for your girlfriend or your wife, whatever, you know, like, this is how it starts. This is how all of this stuff starts. So get to it, get creating, and get playing, and practice, because remember, practice is all what remember, practice is what it's all about. So thank you for watching. Well, actually, now we're going to switch back to the video. So anyway, yeah, thank you for watching this portion of the video, and I'm going to go back to the other portion of the video. Goodbye. I'm kidding, guys, with being so harsh. Goodbye. So there you go. Those are your first two chords that I've taught you on the guitar, and also where you can learn a ton more chords and exactly what you need for each song that you're going to be playing. So that is the first instructional video, and I will come back to you guys probably next week with another video that I can explain to you more about the guitar, because there's a whole bunch more that I can teach you about this guitar. Not necessarily this one itself, but you know, maybe I'll come to you with my acoustic. Who knows? But yeah, that's basically the guitar. And I hope you guys enjoy learning the guitar. It's not too hard to learn. It just takes a bit of patience and a lot of practice. That's it. These videos are going to be free. There are going to be ads on them, obviously, because I do need to make a little bit of money. But all these videos will be free. So if you get a little annoyed that there are ads in these videos, well, I'm sorry about that, but I need to make a little bit of money too back from these videos, and that stops me from charging you guys for the instructional tutorials for this whole thing. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people charge you for packages of these things, and I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm gonna have ads on these videos, and you know, I'm not gonna ask you guys to click them, but clicking them does help me. You know, so if you find them interesting, the ads, go ahead and click them. But besides that, you know, there you go. That's your first instructional video on the guitar. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, or if you learned something from the video rather, be sure to like the video and comment down below, and maybe subscribe if you want to the channel. This is How Do I Central. This is where we're going to teach you about a whole bunch of different things that you didn't know about the world that are really simple, but that's my whole aim with it. So How Do I Central is your central source for whatever it is you want to learn. Now it's going to take a little while, for me to grow this channel and add more content to it. But that's your beginner guide, first episode for the guitar. And I've got a whole bunch of other videos lined up to teach you about a whole range of different things and different problems that I've encountered in my life that I can help you guys out with. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.